Hi, welcome in. I'm actually currently manifesting like a little Tibetan bowl or something that I can use at the start of my readings because I feel like it would really help me personally to ground and like kind of open the circle, open the energy. But regardless, welcome in. Oh, I think my camera is off center. Give me a second. Normally I don't stop recording and start again, but that was kind of perfect because a big noisy motorbike just went by at that exact moment. So hopefully we're all good. This is going, yeah, okay. I think I've made it more off kilter, but that's okay. Okay, so a few things that could be relevant before we get into the cards are, first of all, back pain, especially lower back pain or possibly a lower back injury. Secondly, grounding energy, finding places to ground, finding sacred spaces and portals where you feel, confirmation, that you can actually ground down your energy, and when you find somewhere that you find it really easy to connect to the energy of earth, the earth beneath you. And then there was also something about appearances and the feeling that something is missing from your life. And it was kind of interesting that I like immediately, of course, fiddled with the camera and like now I've made it even more wonky. But there's something about, you know, like when people say like, oh, appearances don't matter or like whatever. And it's kind of like, we kind of all know that they do. Like there's something where in this specific case where it's irritating you, there's some reason why it actually is important and it actually does matter. Either you're in a job where either you're an artist or you're an aesthete or you're a cinematographer or something, and like actually appearances do matter. Like color grading does matter, the angle of the camera does matter. Yeah, and of course we're all sort of healing our perfectionist tendencies here as well, and we're not going with, we're not going, you know, too much into that sort of arena of like everything has to be perfect, because there's that tandem energy coming through of like, again, like coming through from my last message of messy gets the job done, and how things being chaotic can be, it's like chaotic, messy gets the job done, and like things sometimes have to be messy and chaotic in the process of becoming. One second. Guys, honestly, the way that I'm like cold before I start channeling or start a reading and I just immediately get so hot, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so the first energy is coming through. First of all, we have the crocodile, this very like Svadhisthana, very like sacral chakra energy here, creative, subconscious, primal instincts. And then we have the butterfly coming through as well, which is exactly that feeling of the mess coming through, the feeling that messy gets the job done. A butterfly who is in its cocoon, in the state of becoming, it sort of like is in this primordial goo, right? Like, again, like the very messy, primal, instinctual kind of thing, like the depths, the darkness, the, again, like following instincts, like moving without seeing, like allowing that deep inner intuitive process to guide you rather than like thinking your way through from one step to the next. So whatever this is for you, you're absolutely in a process. Yeah, and we have mouse on the bottom of the deck, okay, in reverse, and the mouse in this deck is about nitpicking all the details. So exactly like I'm saying, like you don't need to nitpick the details. That doesn't mean that details are not important. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be striving for excellence in what you're doing. What it means is just like, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't get bogged down in the small stuff. And I'm feeling that the grounding Earth Mama energy is here to support you and guide you in big picture thinking, in zooming out, and in feeling really supported, like financially supported, materially supported, energetically supported. It's like a really energetic, supportive framework here that's being crafted and created for you in tandem with like the energetic realms. So it's like you're getting your energy right, and you're also like bringing that energy into the tangible world, and the energy and the tangible world, they're like syncing up. There's like a syncing up that's happening between your like dreams, your goals, your visions, what you're bringing into reality, and like reality is sort of like coming to meet you at the same time. I don't know if this is making sense, so hopefully it is. And it's because you're blindly moving your way forward. You're following your instincts. You're following your intuition. Wow. Okay. 8 of Swords coming out and like clouding out the King of Pentacles. This is so fascinating. And also the 4 of Pentacles. Here's what it is, okay? We're going to get clarity on this right now, you guys. We're going to get clarity on this right now, because what is happening within your mind is that you are wavering in between the 2 energies of your true physical, worldly, material abundance, and like your small mind version of wealth, material, and abundance. If you can tell, guys. Okay, so 4 of Pentacles, I'm hoping that it's going to focus as much as possible. So 4 of Pentacles is basically like kind of like play acting and pretending to be the King of Pentacles, okay? Like it's got this like pretend throne, this cardboard crown and stuff, and like this is the actual King of Pentacles, and the actual King of Pentacles has so much more nuance, detail, and that is exactly why the details and the appearance are like coming into the story, because you understand that. Okay, there's a few different threads here. Number 1, you understand that just because something appears to be like all gravy, something appears to be kingly, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could just be an actor playing a part, right? Like you understand that like the details matter because of like the nuance that they hold. It's not about like fake and appearances as in like taking thing at face value. It's about like the details of things and how they pertain to true reality. If you think of the difference between like a dream, for example, talking about the dreams and the crocodiles and the subconscious and the Svadhisthana, very dream realms, the swamp, right? Like if you think about dreams, and like sometimes a dream can feel very real, it can feel very vibrant, it can feel detailed, but then you come out of the dream and into, you know, like this waking reality. Another dream, some people say, but like let's compare the two for a second. This waking reality is so much more rich and vibrant. It contains like, it has its own like laws of being that are just like consistent across the board, like gravity, right? Like you will feel the pull of gravity anywhere that you are on the planet. If you drop a mug, it's going to fall, right? Like unless you're in an anti-gravity chamber or something like that, or like, you know, underwater, etc., etc. I know like gravity does shift, but you know, bear with me. But like if you're in a dream, like the rules sort of don't apply. Like it doesn't have the same detail, it doesn't have the same nuance, and it doesn't have the same like, there's a word that I'm looking for. It's like when something is true to life, when something is a true, like when something, it feels true, it's detailed, it's nuanced, it's like, and this 8 of Swords is like kind of coming as like, this could mean one of two things. It could mean that either you're stuck playing small and feeling like you're just like gonna fake it till you make it kind of thing, fake it till you make it. Or it could be that like you're in one stage of your life and you're like, oh, I've made it, I'm in the King of Pentacles, but really you're not. Really you're only here, like you're really only at the beginning of your wealth and your riches. And you can kind of tell the difference between these two states of being by the like energetic imprint that you're feeling. So like the 4 of Pentacles will feel very fearful. It will feel very like lustful, I just heard. I think that's probably because you kind of know there's more out there and you're like craving it, but you don't know quite how to get there or how to get it or how to manifest it into your life. But either way, the 4 of Pentacles is very like kind of stuck in a specific phase, worried about loss, again just holding on too tight, like clutching. and like kind of, yeah, afraid to spend, afraid to lose, like afraid that it's all going to be taken away somehow, or like the appearances are going to drop and everybody's going to see you for who you really are, versus the King of Pentacles, who's like so sovereign on his throne, has worked every step of the way to get there, has already been through the Four of Pentacles stage. Like the king already knows what it's like to be playing and masquerading as a king. He's already been through that stage and he's moved through it. He's moved past it and like come to this stage where it's like full sovereignty, full like insertion in, like it's like planted in the earth, like a tree that has grown its roots already, like established is the word. The King of Pentacles is fully established in his power and fully established in his material wealth. There's still obviously always room for expansion, room for growth, but there is a level of being established and feeling sovereign, feeling abundant, and feeling like, yeah, I built this from nothing. I built this from the ground up, you know? Yeah, and there's like so much, like there's righteousness here, because it's like, there's some sort of wisdom that comes from having already gone through like the folly of youth, right? Where you can like look back at a younger version of yourself and have compassion for like the perplexity of life and the journey, and for like all the things you didn't know, all the things you didn't see, right? Like you can forgive yourself for all the things that all the ignorance that you held at that younger time in your life, and the ways that you acted. Like you can see yourself as this younger version of you acting in this Four of Pentacles way and be like, yeah, I had to go through that stage to get to this stage. But some people, like, they just stay here, they don't progress. And it's kind of hard when you're in the Four of Pentacles to like be brave enough to move forward and like make your way towards the actual King of Pentacles energy, especially when it's coming up with this Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles together can be a very sticky energy. It can be like your mind playing tricks on you, your mind either telling you like this is all there is, or this is the best you're going to get, or look how great you are, and like kind of like telling you like this is the cap, you know, like there's no more after this. And it's like it's your nervous system trying to keep you safe in a way, trying to keep you as the caterpillar when really you're going to be the butterfly at some point, like trying to keep you in the dark. This is so interesting because there's you could stay here. You could stay here or you could move forward. The fact that the butterfly is here is giving me really good indication, and the King of Pentacles, that's giving me a good indication that you will move this energy forward, that you will find your way through this mire, that you will become unstuck from this swamp, this swampy energy. Like Eight of Swords, very swampy energy, swamp in the mind, you know. Same with the crocodile energy, very swampy. Very like in the past, you know, like basing all of your decisions, your forward momentum is kind of like restricted by where you've been, and like you can't like see past the potential of like, it's like everything that you've done already has brought you to now, and the point where you are now is like almost like unimaginable for the you that existed like 10 years ago. But then like the you that is now here today, like can you imagine yourself, vision yourself forward to the you that's existing in 10 years in the future, you know? It's really tricky because like there's so many factors that come into play, and like especially when we have that like protective, you know, inner voice in our mind that's kind of saying, oh, Four Pentacles, you know, don't aim too big because what if you get disappointed, you know? Or like Eight of Swords, like maybe we should just stay where we are because, you know, what if there's nothing better else out there, kind of thing. And again, like you're just going to be in the cocoon, you're going to be in the primordial goo, you're going to turn into a butterfly. So like whatever stage you're in now, it's like King of Pentacles vibes are coming in. I don't know why this feels very like can we get like a where is this going? Can we get an energy for where is this going? Because I feel like I'm being very stern. I'm like reading this very sternly, very strictly, but like, oh yeah, we have a death. Like this is a rebirth. This is a rebirth. This is a rebirth, okay? This is a total, like, you're going to be spat out of the cocoon, you know, but I don't feel like it's, yeah, okay, let's ask the cards. I was going to say I don't feel it like it's happening right now. Confirmation birth. I feel like it's more like you're in the cocoon right now. There's a metamorphosis occurring right now. Do you want any more? Okay. Maybe not. So we'll go to a different deck. Crystal sound healing. Get some smoke on there. Okay. So what's the message for like the incoming energy? Oh my God. Where are we going next? Or anything that we need to hear and know right now? Wow. Unconditional love, patience, and nourishment. Number 25. Unconditional love, patience, and nourishment. Let me see what I wrote in my notes. There is no rush. Embody this energy as frequently as possible. Also, some of you might be moving. I'm not sure if that's part of this message or part of another message, but I'm going to say it anyway. Some of you might be moving. That might be part of this transformation, honestly, is like a new era, a new time jump, a new place jump. Interesting that I said time jump. You might be moving time lines. Not timelines, what am I trying to say? Zones, time zones. You might be moving timelines as well, honestly, though. Like, there might be a quantum shift here as well, an energy shift, a quantum shift, a timeline shift, a shift from one time zone to another, a shift from one place to another. There's something really important about place here. And, like, again, like finding sacred space, finding places that feed you. I just heard the word ley lines. Maybe look up your astrocartography. Okay, number 44, enthusiasm, spontaneity, protection. Wow. Enthusiasm, spontaneity, protection. Wow. Like, yeah, wow. Unconditional love, patience, and nourishment. So, yeah, now is the time to really nurture yourself. I just heard get a snack. Like, definitely pay attention to hydration, getting enough protein, like all that good stuff. Again, like, I'm not a nutritionist, so like consult a professional. But, you know, all the basics, like cover your bases and make sure that you're taking care of yourself really well. Unconditional love as well, like just monitor your self-talk, especially because we have this like, this darkness. And when I say darkness, I mean like something that's kind of unknown, something that's like you're going through this process, you're transitioning from the caterpillar to the butterfly, and it's like it's really an unknown. Like you're really moving in the dark here, you're moving in the realms of your subconscious, you're kind of confronting these inner mind traps and these inner like old ways of thinking, like this swampy kind of 8 of Swords energy. Swords are all in the mind, like mind energy, you know? So it's definitely a transformation as far as like how you think your life could be. You know what I mean? Like you might only think that you like would only be able to achieve this 4 of Pentacles, but you actually are like vibing as the king. You know what I mean? It's like these two are like, I just heard like a hair's breadth away from each other when they are viewed through the lens of your 8 of Swords mind. Like it's so easy for these to blur and for your sight to be blurry and for you to mistake one for the other, you know? Like if you like squinted, you could maybe like mistake the 4 of Pentacles for the King of Pentacles. And that's like exactly why this energy was coming in at the beginning of like appearances are actually important. Like the details are actually important. That's because it's the, like, you know, like if you squinted, like if you didn't look at the details, they might appear to be the same. If you looked at 2 different people's lives on Instagram, they might appear to be the same, but one of them might be a whole lot more wealthy, a whole lot more rich, a whole lot more established within themselves. And the other one might feel like a contender. The other one might feel like, you know, a pretender to the throne, you know what I mean? Like the other one might feel like, what is that? Like, I heard body dysmorphia. What else am I hearing? I literally can't think of the word. That's so funny. It's like that thing where you feel like you shouldn't be there. Where you're like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here among these people. You guys will probably know what I'm talking about. It'll come to me afterwards. Sometimes this just happens. The words leave me in the channeling space. Anyway, and then like from that self-love, from that cocoon, from that energy, we're moving forward into the enthusiasm, spontaneity, and protection. Number 44, you know, these double spirals, and the spiral motif is incredibly significant here as well. I've been getting spirals recently, and like the 8 of Swords can also represent thought spirals. If you're noticing yourself spiraling into like, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I shouldn't be here, whatever, like just call it out, you know, notice it. Oh, that's a thought spiral, and choose to lean the other way. That was the other thing. I literally wrote that down. That's here. Lean into the spiral. I literally wrote that down, to go the direction you want to go in. Lean into the spiral to go the direction you want to go in. I love that I wrote that down, and it's like right here. The spiral is here in these 2 little fossils. And I love that they're like, see, there's 2 spirals. You can probably see even if it's not focusing. And they're kind of like going opposite directions to each other. Like one's going counterclockwise, one's going clockwise. And like, have you ever noticed how like a negative thought spiral, if you lean into it, it'll take you in, it'll take you down? It's the same with a positive thought spiral. Like, little known fact, like not many people know this. If you think about, oh, I'm spiraling, like it's usually going down, down, down. You can spiral up, up, up as well. You can spiral upwards. That's why, like, you know, it's like that graph that goes up. Oh my God, I'm totally losing my words now. But if you lean into the other spiral, the other direction, you can basically spiral yourself infinitely upwards as opposed to infinitely downwards, like a positivity spiral as opposed to like a doom spiral, you know? Like, think one thought better, like think your thoughts like 1% more positive, or like choose to like lean the other direction. It doesn't mean you have to like cancel out every single thought and like fight in your mind all the time. It's just a really gentle lean. Like if you lean into the spiral, the energy of the spiral will take you the rest of the way, okay? Like if you're like, oh, a negative thought, and you just kind of like, oh, it's like an itch, I gotta scratch it. I gotta go into the like, what if, and like the negative thoughts and like what's the worst case scenarios. Like you can lean yourself, you can train yourself to lean the other direction, to lean into like, what's the best that could happen? What if it all works out? You know, like that kind of a lean. It's like really gently kind of like turn your energy the other direction into the other spiral, and then like the energy of the spiral will carry you along, and slowly it'll get easier to like lean more into the upward spiral, the positive spiral, the helpful, beneficial, benefic spiral. I want to get one card to close us out. Whew, where are we gonna go? In here. 44 is significant. 4s are significant. Ladybugs are significant. 17 is significant as per usual. Hosier could be significant. Bees are also significant. So we've got 2 seers here. The seer of nature, grounding. What did I say? Authenticity and abundance. Very true. Like the energy of grounding and the energy of abundance, like they do go hand in hand. And that's why I was saying focus to like embody that energy of there is no rush, and embody the energy of grounding. Was I saying that? I hope I was saying that. Embody it as frequently as possible, because it is directly linked to this King of Pentacles abundance that you're becoming more accustomed to, that you're drawing in, and it's like you're trying to break the habit of this 4 of Pentacles so that you can become like expand your awareness, your energetic field to learn what this is, what this feels like for you. And like, yeah, it's like just embodying that and finding safety in that more and more so. Number 7, the Seer of Shine. Creativity, see and be seen, and worthy. There you go. See and be seen and worthy. I really feel like it's so strong. Like, again, like the appearances, like it's sort of, there's so much here. It's like everything is not as it appears, and it's also like things can be exactly as they appear if you're willing to like look them dead in the eye and like really see what's actually there, as opposed to what it is pretending to be, right? That's like how you can lucid dream, is like by looking at what's actually there, as opposed to like just allowing the details to be like kind of like blurred out and like filled in, and then suddenly you realize, oh, I've got like 2 thumbs on that hand, and then you realize, oh, this is 4 of Pentacles. This isn't actually real. This is just like an illusion of what it could be. This is like a pale imitation of what it could be. So it's like that, using that real true seeing. See and be seen. Imposter syndrome. That's what it was. It was imposter syndrome. See and be seen, okay? You are worthy of being in these spaces. You are worthy of being seen. You are worthy of being seen, okay? Use your creativity. Some of you are definitely in like film and in like visual arts and things like that. And I think that's why there's a lot of like the imagery of like the play acting and like all is not what it appears, and like, you know, like creating that pretend world, you know, like acting, and like, you know, I'm getting shows like Bridgerton or like costume dramas, things like that. Grounding, authenticity, and abundance. Incredible. I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope that it's been helpful. I hope it's been uplifting. Thank you for spending time here with me today, and yeah, we should do this again sometime. I'll see you on my channel. Please feel free to subscribe if you would like the video if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.